You got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Welcome back for overtime, everybody. Showing my age here. Hang on. As I go to the Prairie Mobile text line, DG in Saskatoon's watching, and he got me. He says, morning, guys. Burke Gallimore with the Dallas Cowboys, Rod. I think you meant Neville Gallimore. Burke Gallimore was a long-time WHL player. Your hockey brain at work. Tell me I'm not turning into Lynch.
Well,
morphing decades together.
Well, there was.
Maybe I am.
There was, like, it wasn't once, but there was the few Colin Powell references last night. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm losing it. Maybe I need some time off.
The cheese is slipping off the cracker.
Maybe I need a holiday. It's funny, I've got viewers from other cities, major cities, that are writing us, DMing us. Winnipeg primarily. Some from Edmonton saying, you never take a vacation. You're on there every day. And I say, take a vacation from what? Sitting here every day?
That's a Vin Scully thing, right? They asked him, Vin, when are you going to retire? He's in his 80s, right? And he's like, well, I wake up in the morning and have coffee on the deck with my wife, and I read the box scores in the paper. And then I go and try and sneak in 9 holes some days before heading to the ballpark to sit and talk about baseball for 3 hours. And then I come home and watch our programs with my wife and have a little nightcap. He's like, what would I retire to? That's everybody's dream retirement.
Right. What would he do? Living in Los Angeles.
In L.A. of all places.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't need a vacation. This is now officially the greatest job I've ever had because of various things that have happened. It is the best. Now, I will say this lastly, and I do want your take. I wasn't fooling. Just to hear an interview with Randy Ambrosie made me feel pretty good. It was like a shot in the arm for everybody, and I think we all feel better. And he didn't really say a lot other than to, if you read the article, because I have a little problem with what the Canadian press did yesterday. They did a long interview with Randy Ambrosie and put one sentence up on their wire. And it was, Commissioner Randy Ambrosie says, every option is being explored to play. That part's not news. When they went to write the full article, everything was in there. He talked about David Braley. He talked about actual options. Bubbles, no bubbles, playing with fans, playing without fans. What got me optimistic is he basically said, we're going to play. Like come hell or high water, we're going to play. And consider this, watching Thursday Night Football last night, I saw the big ad for Lowe's in the end zone. You see that before I do.
Yeah.
If they can find the big enough money companies that do need to advertise in this time, that haven't necessarily been hurt by the pandemic, that's what the CFL needs to do. And they brought in a lot of big sponsors for this Grey Cup. Unite. It's not like they've been sitting around not doing anything. But from the coaches to the people in the office, they don't understand because they're just so tunneled on what they're doing. I don't think they understand that the fans and the citizens across Canada think they're doing nothing. They think they're doing nothing because they don't see them.
That's right.
That's the natural thought from people. So for Randy to do that interview, I just applauded so much because he was visible and he gave us reason for hope. That's why I feel a lot better. And I do think they'll find a way to play now.
Yeah.
And until he did that interview, I would have said no.
I know. And you know, we just come up with analogy after analogy to try and make sense of this to people. And I just think of you're like the boat sitting there with the anchor down, right? But meanwhile, the crew is being told they got to keep, cleaning the deck and shoveling the coal into the engine and doing all this stuff. But they don't see the captain. It's like, what are we doing this for? Like, are we ever going to leave? We've been here for weeks. But if he's there talking to you, now it's like, okay, we're doing this because we know right on the horizon we're going to finally, pull anchor up and we're going to go and we're going to get to play. So we're doing all this work for a reason. And for Canadian Football League fans, we're sitting here waiting, still wearing our gear, buying gear. For some teams, some people are paying money for season tickets and they don't even know if there's a league coming back. At least now we're doing it for a reason. At least now there's something coming. We've heard from you, and that at least gives us hope.
Wayne in Victoria says, I feel better just hearing that news. And I don't believe Randy Ambrosie's a liar. I've never caught him in a lie. I don't think he's a liar. And I've believed that there's something about him when he does speak. It inspires confidence in you. Just listening to him speak. Look, Randy's got a lot of detractors, but who cares? So do I. And believe it or not, Dupes, so do you. You can't be afraid to speak out just because of what people might think.
Exactly. And you have to be open to that. 6 months from now, we will be in a different world than we are today. We will be next week. So if 6 months from now something changes or nothing changes and they can't play, then they can't play. But at least you're doing everything you can right now with the plan in place, and you remain optimistic that we're going to play. And that's all you can do right now.
He also admitted in that article, and go to rodpedersen.com, it's one of the top articles up there right now, that he admitted it doesn't look good that the CFL didn't play. He was very honest in his assessment of the cancellation of the 2020 season. And by the way, this is what I kind of wish he'd say. Do you think it was his decision alone? Now, here's him taking it on the chin for the owners that didn't want to play. That's your job as the commissioner. And fortunately, it comes with a high price, high salary, right?
Danger pay, right?
Right.
Kind of you get it in the mine, or you get it when you're going to work on ice road truckers or whatever you want. That's why you charge a little more. And hey, the commissioner gets a little more money, but he takes on all that responsibility. He gets the fingers pointed at him. There's a lot of heat there. And when you're at the top, there's nobody to look to for answers. They're all looking to you for the guidance and the direction. So when you have issues and you don't know what to do, which nobody's perfect, there's nowhere to go. There's nobody to say, I need you to tell me what to do. There's nobody above the commissioner, right? I mean, you're answering to the owners, but if they're all looking at you to guide them out of this too.
Oh, yeah. Not an easy job, but again, it's a well-paid job.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's been a great week. Outstanding week, Clark, of guest booking as always. And be following our social media channels throughout the weekend, our YouTube channel, our Twitter, our Instagram, for all the best clips. Some that haven't been posted yet. We saved the best ones for the weekend. And we will see you. Do you got any guests booked for Monday, Clark, yet? Oh, right. He said potentially Randy Ambrosie. We're waiting on the commissioner for exact confirmation. He'll be working on that through the weekend. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Safe trick-or-treating. That goes for all of you, too. We'll see you Monday at 10 a.m. Mountain right here on Game Plus TV and Facebook Live.
Hi.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.